Hello there my fellow Hollow Table heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. It's Friday, so you know what that means from now on, I guess. Hutt Cartel challenges on Friday, but unlike Inquisitors, these seem a bit more fun just because of their modifier. It's really cool. Anyway, more about it later. As always, I'll cover first the modifiers and defeats and then show you battles that got me max rewards this time yet again quite easily. Only 2 battles needed here. Maybe with some good RNG you could get it done in one battle, I don't know, but I needed to, just for the attacks out of turn, I needed a second battle with rebels, whereas the first one, there was just Hutt Cartel, really. Combination with the modifier was really fun. So if you're just interested in the battles, as always, there'll be YouTube chapters below so you can skip through to any section you're interested in. Otherwise, let's just kick off with the global modifier, Drain Essence. So this is the modifier where the leader gets an ability that they can drain the stats from the allies. So it makes allies weaker, by itself stronger. So both of these abilities obviously you can use and enemy can use. Now normally I didn't really make a use of this ability, didn't find it all that useful. However, this time actually it was quite fun to use because I used Boba lead and I kept juicing up his stats, so then his execute rocket attack really was doing more and more damage. But still it wasn't enough to be one-shotting characters. I was getting close. Maybe if I would put some better mods on him he could do it. But what this will allow you is to eventually finish off the enemy quite easily, because the Jedi Knight, look there, he's in the link slot. He will eventually keep using Drain Essence and he will reduce his allies to literally like 1 health, and then you can just quickly go ahead, take them out, and then just take out Luke. Now let's touch over now to the player modifier for the Hutt Cartel. It does a lot of things, but you know, the most important in this particular challenge is that as long as the leader has protection, then the allies can't be defeated, they can't fall below 1% health. So even if you're using a Drain Essence, you're making your leader stronger, your allies are same as the enemies, just 1 health. However, because the enemies, they don't have AoEs or anything, they just get stuck behind permatant on Kersantan, and even on 1 health on other guys, they're just tanking his, nothing happens. While you're waiting for the enemies to eventually become weak enough that they can be defeated. The modifier here from Jedi, I mean, they've got stacking critical damage, but doesn't even matter because they can't defeat anybody really without AoEs. In terms of feats, obviously we have to use a full team of Hutt Cartel units, so whatever you've got, it should work here just because of the modifier, and no AoEs obviously on the enemy side. You have to attack out of turn 20 or more times. I believe this is possible with Hutt Cartel as well, maybe, because what's his face, Lando, he's got an ability they can call somebody to an assist, put retribution on, so maybe if you stall the battle long enough you could get it done. But just, you know, it's so easy to get these attacks out of turn with rebels that I wouldn't pay too much attention to trying to get this done with Hutt Cartel as well. Then we got Bring Balance. So last time we had Hutt Cartel, we had Thermal Detonator feat, so I expected that the Thermal Detonator feat will be like the Purge feat for the Inquisitors, that will have to get it done every time, and that one can be tricky, the Thermal Detonator challenge one. So definitely good to see that these actually are kind of changing as you're going along, so we have to win with at least 1 light side and that 1 dark side characters. Again, Hutt Cartel is a mixed faction, so it's very easy to do this as well. And obviously you have to complete the battle. Alright, let me show you the Hutt Cartel that I'll be using. Obviously this Hutt Cartel is actually a flexible faction for these challenges. Whatever you've got, I just use Boba in the leading slot, so hopefully you can start executing people. And you obviously do need Kersantan in there, but even on low gear, you know, it doesn't even matter, low star, he will have permataunt constantly, and enemies they don't have AoEs, they just have to keep hitting him over and over again. And the other 3, I just put the weak ones just to show you don't need strong Hutt Cartel to do this, to be honest. You just really need Kersantan. Now in terms of the leadership, Boba, yeah, you do get some extra critical damage and all the other stuff, and the contract triggers whenever you defeat the fastest enemy, which will be Shakti. If you are using Boba lead, but probably you could use any other one. I just thought maybe it would be fun here to use Boba. keep using Drain Essence with him so he can jack up his damage and hopefully start doing some nice big hits on the enemy. The other guys, as you see, just some random mods. I mean, even my Boba, he's not that well modded. Maybe if I would put some good damage mods on him, he would actually be able to start one-shotting people. So this is the bit from Kersantan's kit where he gives him perma-taunt, so whenever he loses a taunt, he will gain it again. So you don't have to worry about anybody else taking any hits. And finally Leia, I mean, she's got some thermal detonator things going, which is nice, I guess, because it's actually going to be, I think, thermal detonators in the end that will defeat Luke. So you can see they get their Hero's Rise going, mass assist, but you know, Kersantan doesn't care. So whenever Boba has Drain Essence, go ahead and use it, and I just try to go after Shakti first so I can trigger my contract. But on that, it's a pretty straightforward thing, to be honest. Maybe you can even hit this on autoplay, maybe, I don't know. I just like to play manually because, you know, what's the fun in autoplaying? Here we go, we get to use Drain Essence again. Trying to get some ability blocks on Shakti, nice. Okay, there we go. Just try to gun down Shakti if you can. But even if you don't, when I was doing testing, sometimes I was able to get her down. In this particular case, while I was recording, I actually was not. They're getting mass stuns, doesn't matter. As you can see, Kersantan tanking like a champ. I'm not sure, was this done on purpose that they gave us enemies without any sort of AoEs? But hey, at least it makes it possible to get max rewards with even low gear Hutt Cartel. Obviously, as we know with Inquisitors, that wasn't the case. Here we go, we get to use Drain Essence again. Let's go ahead, do a big hit. Almost took Shakti out there. Maybe with some RNG that Hermit Yoda would not put on her first Master's training. She would obviously have less defense there, so probably that rocket would be enough. Or if I would have actually modded my Boba properly, same thing would happen. He would probably be able to one-shot her there. But it doesn't matter, to be honest. Just obviously you would trigger the contract, but it doesn't even matter. As you can see here, Luke totally drained stats from his allies. So they're all kind of 1 health now, so you can just quickly go ahead, finish them off. But at the same time, while yes, Luke did drain stats from his allies so that you can quickly defeat them, he himself is very durable now. Here we go, not doing a whole lot of damage, but hopefully with time you will either build up enough damage here with Boba to get him down, or you will obviously stack some damage over time, thermal detonators on him, and he will die from that as well. That at least what happened in my case here. You will see he will just at some point just drop dead, to be honest. So we get some healing immunity on him as well, which is nice, I guess. We did disarm on him as well now with Kersantan, which will help also. Not doing a whole lot of damage at this point. There we got him in the yellow, so you can see eventually you are making some progress, so one way or another. Oh, got him in the red. So another example of, you know, if my Boba would be modded for more damage, Luke would have been killed right there on the spot. But for now, I'm just gonna wait for him, just boom, die off by damage over time and thermal detonators. So it's now completed for me. Obviously the Hutt Cartel feat, as well as the Bring Balance feat as well, because obviously I used mixed faction there of light and dark side Hutt Cartels. Now there's this one more feat that I wasn't able to get done with 20 attacks out of turn, so just using the standard rebel teams here, obviously with both Chewies there, you should get plenty of assist to get those 20 attacks out of turn. First things, I wanted to stun Shakti here, because she'll be gaining bonus turn meter otherwise when we are hitting her allies. Then I'm going to push turn meter back over on Jedi Knight Luke, get assist on Ezra to also push turn meter back on him. Stun there Hermit Yoda. I'm going to go ahead and finish Shakti before she gains more bonus turn meter. Let's do an AoE. Let's go after Luke now. He's getting close to getting a turn, so there we go, we defeated him as well. Get Ezra down. I'm just going to stall out the battle just to make sure I do get 20 assist. Now luckily with Kanan, whenever you land debuff on him, he'll be recovering some health, so he's plenty survivable here, so you can also a little bit cheese versus him. But obviously whenever you feel like you got your 20 attacks out of turn, because without feat tracker again you have no idea, you just go ahead, unload a big AoE there from 3PO and Chewie, and then just one more hit there from Han, finished off Kanan. and this now as well completed for me the 20 attacks out of turn feet and consequently unlocking the red crate. So there you go guys, second Hutt Cartel in the bag, including the max rewards yet again. So we'll see how things go. Obviously if they do put some sort of team that's got lots of AoEs, you won't be able to cheese it in this way that they get stuck behind Kersantan, but hopefully, because with Hutt Cartel they're quite a flexible faction there, that we should be able still to keep the streak of max rewards with Hutt Cartel going. Thank you for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one, but until then have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you my friends.